different level.
I was watching the. Hey y'all.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Black Bougie Bout It, where you get real, raw, and rich conversation.
Period.
I am Ebony Ayana.
And I am Jessica Monique. Now, I guess we can go ahead and recap. But we was talking about y'all favorite civil rights leader.
First of all, let's just check. Let's check in first.
Okay.
Let's try to follow the flow. How are you doing?
I'm good.
How's your weekend?
How was my weekend? I'm trying to think about what I did. Oh, it was my dad's birthday.
Okay.
So we went to dinner with him Friday. That was cool.
Shout out to Pops.
Right. Shout out to my dad. He is 53. Yeah.
Okay.
53. So shout out to my daddy. He don't look 53, and I hope I age just like that.
We love it. Black don't crack.
So yeah, that was cool, and that's about all I did for real over the weekend. Like literally, me and Thomas, we just kind of chilled, and I just been enjoying my apartment. I just can't say. So I was at my apartment today, and I really just at random times I'd be like, "Thank you, God, thank you, God."
No, that's how I felt when I first moved to Nashville. I just used to stand and look around and be like, "Damn,
yes,
really in Nashville." I had to pinch myself.
Yes. You know when Tabitha Brown be like, God, I thank you. God, I really thank you. Like, I just don't know if you know. I'm extremely grateful.
All the time.
Really. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just chilled. What about you?
I had a little staycation vacation, as y'all know, I have been, as you know, dealing with
bottom
romance. I ain't right. And, I've been living my life, living my best life, doing what works for me and not for everybody else. But that's we had like a nice little staycation. We went to Opryland Hotel, and they have like a little indoor water situation with a lazy river and an adults only infinity pool situation, all indoors. So we went to that, and then we went to the Wax Museum as our little date Saturday evening. So that was real cute. I will say there was a plethora of white folks and country music artists. So step your pussy up over there. We need some more black people.
You know what they said when you go to the Opryland.
I mean, I know, but damn, we couldn't even get no black country. The only black artist they had that was country was Darius Rucker.
That's their favorite. I knew he before you even said that. Before you even said that, I knew that's what you were about to say.
They love Hootie. And for y'all who too young to know, he ain't always been Darius Rucker. He used to be in a little punk rock band called Hootie and them Blowfish. Okay, do your research. But yeah, it was okay. Like Beyonce was in there and she was not looking how she was supposed to look, obviously. But we already noticed on the interwebs they always fuck her wax statue up.
They can't get the brown right.
Nothing right. But it was nice. I really enjoyed my time. As y'all know, I've been really enjoying spending my time with this person. So right now your girl's happy. I'm satisfied. 10 out of 10 recommend. So hey, ladies, if it hasn't been working out with you for the men folks, maybe you need to tens across the board. Right. Maybe you need to, I don't know, just dibble and dabble and see what it's like swimming in the lady pond. I don't know. It might work for you. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but it works for me. It's working for me. I'm happy. I love it. Love it here. No complaints. Like when I say no complaints, even the conflict resolution, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Like situations in the past where like I've dealt with dudes and it's been like, maybe I did something, said something or whatever. It's been like, fuck you, bitch. I ain't dealing with you. Da da da. With her, it's like, we gonna talk about it. It's fine. I ain't like this, but it's cool. Now I'm telling you I don't like it, and now we can move forward. Great. That's what I like. Let's talk about it here and now. Let's address it. Let's get it off our chest. Don't let it fester in your system, and then 3 months down the line, when you fed up, now you want to have an argument. Because now I don't care.
It's probably you found just a good person.
Right.
Because you know how people are out there.
That's why I said I can't speak for everybody. I'm just saying, 10 out of 10 I recommend for me.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell in some of these just regular friendships that people are not about it like that.
But I've been saying this, that people ain't good people. Most people ain't good people. So
yeah.
Speaking of not being good people, so Jonathan,
y'all favorite civil rights leader, Jonathan Majors Luther
King, right? Jonathan Majors King. He finally sat down for an interview with ABC News amid him being convicted and found guilty of not intentionally trying to beat somebody's ass, but beating somebody's ass in the process. So the interview was about 17 minutes, 20 minutes, not too long.
Yeah, it wasn't too long.
Kind of some of the basics to kind of hit on if you haven't seen it. He said he's never put his hands on a woman. You know, we expected that.
I also want to just say this is our legal note. You know how on the news they be like, we have a legal note.
We don't want no copyright.
Black people will Millie rock to anything, but he was convicted of a misdemeanor assault and harassment. So you know, pretty. I ain't gonna lie, pretty low, charges. But
he can serve up to 100 days in jail, or is it a year? It's either 100 or a year. I can't remember.
It carries jail time of up to a year.
Okay, that's either one of those.
Yeah. And a harassment violation. It says it carries jail time of up to a year and a harassment violation. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like that's too much, because I think the video of him like running away from her,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I think that shows his like intent, like that. It shows like where his head was at. Like he was not trying to get into it with that damn girl.
Right.
I understand she had like like some cuts and stuff on her, or I think she had like her finger or something was messed up.
Yeah.
But
I think her finger was fractured, and then she had a laceration that was 1 inch behind her ear.
Yeah, but it's like he was like, I don't even know. He was like, I don't even know when that happened.
That happened when you hemmed her ass up.
Yeah, that damn car. Yeah, come on now. Let's be serious.
You know exactly how she.
I ain't gonna lie. When I first saw that, I was like, like even that was kind of like that don't look good either.
Right.
But it don't seem like he was really trying to like put his hands on her. Right. So I don't know. But I think with him, I just want him, and I don't know. I feel like the situation has kind of made him feel like maybe he felt like this already, like larger than life a little bit, like
ego is out the roof.
Yeah,
like some people that you wish you never hear talk, and he's starting to become one of those people. It's like he was cool when he was just the actor with the cup and wasn't like, he was kind of mysterious, but now I'm like, you starting to talk and I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you talking about. And then like, why would you tell that girl a Coretta or Michelle? Why would you
for my culture, for my people?
You told the white girl that?
First of all, I want to know what he doing for the culture. No disrespect. Okay, like I know he played the man in the plane movie. I think that was a historical figure. Okay, I'll give you that. You played in Lovecraft Country. That was based on historical events to a certain degree. I'll give you that. But outside of that, what are you really doing for the culture, for your people? You keep saying, oh, it's about my people, for my culture. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I ain't did my research, but I haven't seen what you've really done and brought to your people.
Not for you to feel like somebody has to like hold you down like a Coretta.
And then what got me was Megan Good sitting there like.
That's why she looks so dumb. Every time I see her now, I'll be like, I want somebody to take her to the side and be like, hey, Why the fuck are you doing this?
The dick must be fine.
It probably is. I mean, I'm sure he gotta
be fine.
I'm sure he is knocking her ass.
I'm talking about he must be licking her from the rooter. I'm
sure he
tutor. He must got her hanging from the shower rods like Mimi in the bathroom.
I'm sure he's doing a whole lot that Devon wasn't doing. Okay,
because for me to be sitting there,
because Devon seemed a little like uptight. A little,
right? He probably only like to be missionary.
Low-key, sometimes I used to feel like Devon was a little crazy. Like, you know how some people they like to be so perfect, and it's like Will Smith, and it's so crazy that he worked with Will Smith.
Who I was thinking.
I feel like Will Smith could be like a little psycho. Like he's so like locked into what he want, and like
Jonathan Majors ain't far off. Because if
he gives like arrogant asshole. Like Devon and them don't give like asshole. They too perfect. Like
he only started giving arrogant asshole when we started getting these secret messages and he sat down for these interviews when he wasn't saying shit.
Yeah, when we started getting to know him. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna be honest. This interview did not make me feel bad for him anyway. I don't know if it did anything for him. Like I don't think he's like a guilty person, like this evil person. But I do think he's extremely arrogant.
Oh yeah.
And like Bernice said, stop playing on her mama top. Keep my mama name out your motherfucking
mouth. Please. Jonathan Luther King.
My mother was a trailblazer. She has done many things before she was even with my father.
And that's that on that. Okay.
People like to forget that Coretta was a classically trained pianist, singer, and a whole bunch of very highly educated women before she was even connected to Martin Luther King. That's why he wanted her, because it was a good look for him to be with her.
Okay, Alabama native. And let's talk about how Coretta Scott King is the reason why we will be off on Monday. Okay, she's the one who.
I mean, I got to take off, but I will be taking off.
But you know what I'm saying? Behind every great man is a really amazing, a great woman. Coretta Scott King and those women back then, they was nothing to play with.
They was some organized.
They were. Okay. Those were really strong women, and I have a certain level of respect for her, because for your man to be like, cheating on you the way everybody know that Martin Luther King was, and doing XYZ and a damn third out there on the streets, for her to still understand that like what he stood for and what his work was bigger than him, and to go beyond him when he died and make sure that she saw his vision through, takes an extremely strong woman, very self-aware woman. And so we love Coretta Scott King over here.
And Jonathan Majors, baby, you ain't even touched the hem of the garment or doing any type of work that them two was doing. So for you to sit up here and say you need a Coretta, you ain't doing shit that Coretta nor Martin was doing. You ain't out here marching. You ain't organizing nothing. You ain't standing 10 toes down for nothing.
Okay, the only thing right now y'all got in common is white women.
Like I don't hear you out here standing up, being a spokesperson for organizations. You don't even post on social media. Not to say that's the only way you can do stuff, but hell, you don't do nothing that I know about. So how dare you form your lips to even say, and no offense to Megan Good, but let's be clear.
All offense to Megan Good, because that's your damn man. Stupid ass.
Megan.
No, Megan not Coretta.
Megan is not. Let's stop. Megan is beautiful. She is talented. She's put in the work. She's a wonderful Black actress in Hollywood. Yes, but Megan out here being like, this is what's going on, and let me stand up for my people, and let me do this policy and this and that. She ain't out here, poking her chest out with Superwoman on her chest neither. So I'm just like, y'all throwing around these terms and these names, equating yourself to these people when you haven't even done a drop in a bucket worth of work.
Yeah, they just doing that shit because it sounds good.
And it don't. It make him sound foolish.
Or even him saying Michelle Obama. No.
Foolish.
Okay. Foolish. Crazy, for real.
foolish. So I'm glad. Hopefully this is over. He don't need to sit down and talk to nobody else. I do not want to hear Making Good sit down and talk to nobody else.
Ever.
I want them to go on their life. Tyler Perry, go ahead and write that movie up where there's a rom-com. Give him a little opportunity so he can try to get his career back started. Because I don't want to hear him talk no more. I just strictly want him.
Do you think he's gonna work again?
I do. I do think he'll work again, like I said, but I think it'll be a small movie that like gets him back working. I don't think he's gonna be in no blockbuster hit just straight off the bat.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take some time, at least for him to have the same, like, you know, if he ever does, because he was on such a like great trajectory, right? And like, so
he literally was on the way, like, passing Michael B. Jordan, because you know people was like Michael B. Jordan. That nigga came out the gate. They was like, Michael who?
Yeah. You know what? I was watching. I can't remember if it was the Hollywood Reporter. I love the Hollywood Reporter interviews when they would do like actors on actors.
Oh, the round tables and stuff. Yeah.
But he did like this thing with Ben Affleck and him and Michael B. Jordan, and they were just talking about like directing movies. And I think Ben Affleck has done a few movies, so they were just talking about like their process and how he came up with a lot of things for Creed. And I honestly really hate that this kind of like overshadowed the Creed success, because Creed was a very good movie, and it was shot very well. Like for that to be his first movie, you could just tell like a lot of the intentions, and like it was really like genuine. He gave a fuck about that movie. You know what I mean? For that to be your first movie and be that good, like the cinematography and everything was so well thought out. I really hate that this happened so like quick afterwards, and it kind of like overshadowed people probably going to the movies to see it because they didn't want to fool with Jonathan. And you know, and they didn't want to talk about the movie a whole lot anymore, or
getting some of the accolades that it might have been able to get.
Like I really hate that for him. I know it did well in the box office, but it probably didn't really do what it could have done if this hadn't happened. So I don't know. I hate that for him, for real. This sucks.
Yeah, it's a tough titty, but unfortunately, that's what be happening when y'all mess with them white women.
White women stay as a damn Coretta. Anyway,
right? You can't make it make sense. Speaking of things making it make sense, I mean, I don't even know what. I mean, honestly, truly, it was a 2-hour interview, Jessica.
It was
2 hours and 5 minutes, I think, to be exact.
2 days to watch it.
I still ain't made it all the way through. I'm be honest.
But I had to clean it up.
As y'all know, Katt Williams sat down on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp and decided to let that chopper spur. And I mean, this man talked about every and anybody who could be talked about besides Mike Epps. And I only know that because Mike Epps came out and said, "What about me, nigga? What about me? I ain't did nothing."
I love Mike Epps. I love Mike Epps.
He went on there and talked about how Cedric the Entertainer had stolen jokes from him. Steve Harvey was never even homeless. How Ricky Smiley lied, saying that he was supposed to have the Money Mike position, or Mike, whatever the character name was in Friday After
the role.
The role and all, and now in his contracts when he worked with Ricky Smiley, he always got to be in a dress. Like it was just it just was a whole lot of.
It was. I ain't gonna lie. At first when it came on, it was funny to me because you can tell he came on there to like recap
his. What's that song about Kelly Rowland? It's time to tell my dirty laundry.
Let's do this dirty laundry. Yeah. He came on there. He had a bone to pick. But you know what? I feel like some of the things he said on there, you know, was for comedy. Like they was exaggerated. And I do feel like he was on there telling the truth a lot of the time, because you can tell because it has ruffled so many feathers.
Right.
Like I feel like if he was just telling bold-faced lies, people probably wouldn't even have a need to respond.
Especially, I ain't gonna lie, the one where he was like, Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act.
I was like, well, these are the facts. It's so funny because the next day, you know, a lot of people on Facebook, like they were listening to Ricky Smiley morning show, trying to see like
he on live crying or something.
I don't know about that. He probably was, because whatever. But he really didn't say anything. He basically gave Katt Williams his props. Mm-hmm. And that's how I knew, Katt Williams told the truth, because he couldn't really like refute none of the stuff he said. Like he couldn't say, oh, that was a lie. He was like, yeah, well, I did audition for the role, and but nobody could have did what Katt Williams did, and all this stuff. And everybody on Facebook was like, oh, that's so good. He took the high road, and like y'all wanted him to go off on her. I'm just like, y'all only really riding for Ricky Smiley just because he's from Birmingham. And that's cool, but that don't make him not a liar. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't make him not a liar. And if you look at what Katt Williams said, it makes sense, because he did say that he didn't go to the premiere. If you was so like, they wanted you in the movie and all this so bad, why would you be invited to the premiere? And like,
and truth be told, it took me a long time to realize that was even fucking Ricky Smiley in that movie. It took me several times over the years of watching that movie to realize that was Ricky Smiley. Yes, I did not know that was Ricky Smiley the first time I watched that movie. No way. I did not know.
You're younger than me. Huh? I be forgetting you younger than me. When I didn't know that was out, everybody knew that was Ricky Smiley, because I remember people talking about it.
Well, see, I don't think I watched the movie when it originally came out, because, you know, my mom wasn't having it. My mom ain't into all that shit like that. So I think I watched the movie probably when I was around like a teenager, 12, 13, maybe, for the first time. And I did not know. I knew who Ricky Smiley was, but I knew him based off of the radio. So I didn't know how he looked. So when he was in that movie, I didn't know that it was him. I was just used to him doing the prank calls and shit. So I didn't really know what he actually looked like. Until I got older and started doing stuff in Birmingham and around the area. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking Ricky Smiley. Oh, okay.
See, when that movie came out, I was still in elementary school, but I just remember, like, I can remember when the previews was still coming on TV for that movie. And everybody like around knew that was Ricky Smiley. So that was like a thing, like, oh, he's in a movie. And he actually used to live in my neighborhood. And then I think after he moved from there, his parents or something moved into that house, and then I don't think they live there anymore now. But yeah, it was like a thing, like everybody knew he was in the movie, so that's kind of how I knew it was him. But back to Katt Williams, I'm not gonna lie to you, just everything that's been coming out lately, and just like the Diddy stuff, and you know,
this list that's supposed to come out from Jeffrey, what is it, Epstein, Weinstein? You know, it's so many Steens that's been doing shit. So I can't keep up.
Well, some of it is already out. Some of it has leaked, and they named like Naomi Campbell, and they didn't really say that they had done anything. In the documents, they just was naming names. But I think we at a time right now where people really like tired of bullshit. They get tired of people lying, and they get tired of people like putting on. And
Diamond said that on an interview with Carlos King. I was starting to watch that, and she said that Diamond, the rapper, you know, stilettos, pumps, in the club, So if y'all, that Diamond, because you know she's been kind of in the interwebs recently, like the last couple of days with Scrappy, because apparently he was, probably selling lies to her. My thing is, girl, you've been dealing with this nigga 20 years now. You ought to know he ain't worth a pot the motherfucking pieces.
That man done been with Erica,
married the baby,
back with Erica, married the baby, 3 more kids, back with Erica. Get on.
But yeah, she said that she was just like, yeah, I feel like 2024 is the year where people are tired of talking, tired of lying, and tired of, you know, taking shit, and, you know, people just saying how they feel.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's important for people to we say this on here all the time. You don't know what the fuck these celebrities doing. Like, this is a job. Like, this is smoke and mirrors. Like, they're image is a part of, like, it's like a character that they play. Like Beyonce that we see on stage is not Beyonce. That's why she named it a different person. Like, the Beyonce we see in interviews, even, that is, she's at work. Like, that's her work personality. we don't know how she act for real. Like
Right.
the same thing with these people. That's why I be
We don't
saying
know how some of these folks sound, because everybody always say Michael Jackson had a deep voice.
exactly. Just like we be talking about like them Rock Nation brunch ass groups of men like Jay-Z,
Kevin
Nas,
Hart,
Kevin
DJ
Hart,
Khaled.
DJ Khaled, who else? Yo Gotti now.
Oh, what's his name? Adele boyfriend. What's his name?
Oh yeah, that random ass little short ass nigga.
Maverick from LeBron's team.
Yeah, like yes, that is a boys club. Yes, like those people. That's why you don't see Chris Brown on shit.
The gatekeepers.
Yes, like so he ain't lying. Like I fully believe Cedric Entertainer and Steve and all of them probably in some kind of little alliance. That's how people are. Like that's how people are even in
Katt
Birmingham.
Williams has a very nuanced style of comedy, and I feel like sometimes people don't want to put things into perspective. To me personally, I feel like Katt Williams, yes, he's very successful, but he's also not like, his comedy doesn't translate over as well as Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer, where they've been able to, be the host of Family Feud, get a sitcom, do these different things. Because Katt Williams got some raunchy ass shit. Like, and that's not to say that he can't do a TV show, but it's also like, if you're not willing to change your jokes, if you're not willing to like compromise, I guess your artist integrity a little bit and change what you are advertising, you might not be able to get them same opportunities, and then people can't even probably speak your name in the room because they probably know you're gonna be in there on some, I ain't about to do that motherfucking shit, I'm gonna come in here and be Katt Williams.
Yeah, I mean, it's that because Katt Williams absolutely, if he had wanted to, especially back in the day, he absolutely could have been doing the same stuff that Steve Harvey and them doing. He would have been so good on like a network show or whatever, because he's just a funny person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think it's just like you said, some people are unwilling to compromise their integrity in order to get ahead. You know what I'm saying? And I think Steve Harvey and them, I mean, once you come in stealing jokes or whatever, like you down with that shit, you have to keep doing that.
Right.
I mean, you have to. And then they want to get ahead, and people that want to succeed like that will do anything it takes to succeed. So,
right.
I mean, yeah, they was gonna move forward because you're doing it dirty. Like even you and I, like just working in PR and stuff, we know so many people who just in city council or something, they do the same little shit. They be backstabbing folks and trying to keep people from getting jobs and talking about people, and it's just here in Birmingham.
Even when it comes to the podcast and shit, we could definitely just be like this site where we get on here and be like, niggas ain't shit, niggas ain't this, da da da. We out here doing the same type of content that every other Black girl podcast is out there, but we still try to bring, a different element. Or we could have been probably fuck some niggas in the industry or tried to do something to come up, but it's just like, nah, we gonna grassroots this shit because we believe like it's supposed to happen the way it's supposed to happen, and we not willing to compromise our artist integrity, even if that means it's gonna take us longer to get to the top. So it's just a sacrifice that you got to be willing to make, but you can't complain and you can't get on your soapbox and be like, it's the boys club, because it's like, okay, I ain't want to do what I needed to do to get into that club.
Yeah.
What Chris Brown say? You hating from outside the club, you can't even get in.
I don't think he was saying it like he mad he not in it. He just letting people know, like, oh, when you see these people, just know that this is what's behind them. You know what I'm saying?
And I find it interesting he took DL Hughley out of that, because I mean DL Hughley is right up all in that. He's talking about some no DL Hughley disrespect will be tolerated.
But like, DL Hughley be talking about them too. Like DL Hughley is one of those people where he will, if you ask him a question, he gonna tell you the truth. Like he ain't kissing Steve in them ass. He got a damn on Vlad. They got a damn 37-part interview they've been still posting with DL Hughley where he talked about how Steve and Bernie Mac used to get into it and all that stuff. But meanwhile, Steve Harvey on there crying and shit when he had his show, when they brought the Kings of Comedy, did like the little reunion thing, and like Bernie wasn't there. Like niggas be acting. So
what niggas be guilty because they know they did a motherfucker wrong in this life and feel bad that they ain't here.
Exactly. Because how dare you call them folks at the Oceans movie and try to like put your name in the bid to be in the movie instead of Bernie Mac? That was some petty bitch nigga ass shit.
best believe if Steve ever, I hate to speak this, but we already know how mama moves. Best believe if Steve lose a dime, a cent, or nothing, the life he know right now is gonna be over with. Because Marjorie will pack her kids and them grandkids up and go on to the next big baller. Okay. She didn't prove it already. She'll do it. I'll do it again.
I don't know, because when he talked about when he was like down bad after them folks stole his tax money, she ain't lead in.
That's probably because she had a little something stashed away from all them drug pens that she was dealing. But that baby, that thing came and went. Probably the only thing she got stashed away is the money she hiding from Steve to plan a getaway if she needs to.
She stayed with him because she knew the potential, and a lot of women do that. She stayed with him because she knew she could work with. Oh, I can work with that. You know what I'm saying?
He probably was willing to listen because he had hit rock bottom. So when she came in saying, "This is what you need to do," he was like, "All right, baby."
Yeah. She probably said, "This is some good ground. Let me work on this and water it a little bit.
Let me plant some plants.
I know this gonna reap." Yeah, a lot of women do that though with these men. Because me and my mom and Lauren were watching like it was like a LL Cool J Behind the Music, and his wife now, who he's been with for years, she talked about how they've been together since they was teenagers, right? But he been a rapper since they was teenagers. And it's a lot of like time in between when they got married, where he was dealing with all kinds of women and like they were together. And
if Method Man wife would talk up, we probably know that she probably ain't no telling what she gonna say.
Exactly. And he even said, he was like, yeah, like I was wild and like it was a crazy time. Like women would be in my room when I got back to the room.
Snoop Dogg wife, he said that before about his wife.
Exactly. So, but they still married them. That's what always like strikes me. They still marry them, and it's like once you get accustomed to like a certain lifestyle, or you know, you might have a good man, but y'all might not have no goddamn money, or you want to be not happy with the niggas still living at your mama house, or you want to be not happy in your mansion,
crying in the Rolls Royce.
Yeah, I don't know. The only person I can't agree with is Magic Johnson wife.
Yes, I can. I can understand. She was already locked in. She didn't know that man was out there being a hoe like that. I don't think she knew he was fucking like that. Because I'll never forget that interview. That man said, "You were with 4 women at one time," and he was like, "Yeah." That was
every day. I'll just be putting a cap full of Clorox in his water.
Oh man, but I mean, when you locked in like that, and they had known each other since they was teenagers, it's like, what you gonna do then? She was already married to the man.
You already you didn't got used to little gifts and money, and he didn't pay for your apartment. Hell, if I got for somebody like that, hell, I wouldn't fucking leave either.
I don't know. Like you said, the HIV might get me.
That's why I said I'm gonna be putting capfuls of Clorox in his water, and
I don't know. But they were already married, so I think it's different. I think if she would have married him after finding out he had the AIDS, that's different. But they was already married, and she had that damn baby on the way. Like, it's like, what can you do? What can you do at that point?
You gonna go on your side of the house? I'm gonna go on my side of the house. But damn it, we coming in this house. We are not.
Like, what was she gonna do? She was pregnant with EJ. Like, she ain't gonna, like, at this point, she locked in.
At this point, you owe her that.
And that's why he doing.
That's for all that she been through
every day in his life.
For all that she has been through, I deserve.
That's why all they do is be on them yachts and travel. That's all I see them do is be on yachts and travel.
You know what? I was thinking when I saw the Beyonce movie, what's going on? I wonder where Richard Lawson is. Do anybody ever think about it?
I do, because we never, like, we knew that they got divorced, but we never heard, like,
we had no closure.
We ain't heard nothing. Baby, but we know Bianca's still cool because she went to the Renaissance premiere in LA.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with her. Her daddy nasty.
Right. I hate that from Miss Tina. I hate that. Mama Tina can't find her no good man. But I do think about powerful women like that when I think about people like Oprah or, you know, Beyonce's mom. Right, Felicia Rashad, or people like Gail, king. It's just like when you reach that I'm talking about they had levels of success that most men aren't reaching. Like most black men not reaching, especially if you are strictly cutting yourself off to dating black men. Like, so I wonder, it's like, is there a man who can feel them shit? Like, if you date Mama Tina, what you gonna do? Because you can't get Mama Tina, nothing Mama Tina can't get.
Right. And
not to say it's about
hard to impress her. Yeah.
Right.
You know what? It's so funny. Charlamagne asked Carisha that when the City Girls was on Breakfast Club. He was like, you know, what you gonna he was like, if you and Didi not gonna be together, what you think is gonna be like dating after him? And she was like, honestly, I don't know, because it's not so much of like the gifts he's giving me, but like the experiences we have. Like she was like, if I tell him I want to go somewhere, the next day we going, or if we want to do something, like he go all out and he do it and he create these experiences. And she was like, nobody I've ever dated ever had, even niggas with money, has ever treated me like that before. And that's why Cool J and them wife went on back home. They knew what home was at, because that's just a certain level that you get accustomed to that nobody can really outdo it. And I hate that for them, but I don't know. I think that's why I be telling my mama, even if you don't get like married again, I would like for you to have like a life partner, like somebody you can do.
Stephen ain't as rich as Oprah, but he doing something right. She keep him in the wing.
I mean, he ain't broke either.
Right, he's not broke, but he ain't no billionaire.
Nah, he ain't no billionaire, but you know what I'm saying? He
got stocks and bonds.
Yeah,
stocks and bonds.
You know, the checks are cashing. Okay,
he got stocks and bonds.
No, it's something in there.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got that thing on him either, because Oprah is very happy. I think, you know, she done went and got them knees replaced. She be walking in the garden. She ain't doing that just to be healthy. She ain't doing that just to be healthy. She on that Ozempic. She done lost that weight.
Goodbye.
Oprah said, let me get myself together.
She finna get her a young whippersnapper.
She probably already got one. Stedman he got a room on one side of the house, and she deal with him when she wants to, and he show up to the family functions.
It's giving. But at least she got somebody to like do life with. It's sad to say, but I think a lot of those older women who's successful, they're gonna probably have to find somebody like that. Like, they're gonna have to not make like marriage the ultimate goal, just be happy with somebody.
Right. Find somebody to live life with. Do the daily things you like to do. That's what I be telling my mama. She like, because I think a couple episodes ago I told y'all she met somebody like younger than her and all of that. And she be having these laundry lists of, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do this. I'm like, girl, you ain't living. You said you wanted somebody to go to the movies with, go out to eat with, spend time with. So just do that. You keep focusing on it. I don't want to do this, and I don't want them to think this, and I don't want to think. It's like you're not even allowing yourself to be in a moment and accept what somebody's trying to do for you.
Exactly. Yeah. Live in the moment.
Anybody saying you gotta go to the courthouse tomorrow?
I don't think the older ladies know exactly how to do that.
Yeah, they're gonna be alone.
Yeah, that's something they need to learn how to do. I think it's just hard to unlearn what they've been taught. You know what I'm saying?
Trauma. Yeah, because
not
even my mom told me
just
that.
Like, they think, when they think men or they think life partner, they think marriage. They equate that to marriage. Whereas now that our generation is like, shit, you know, we chilling. We ain't got to be married.
Right. We ain't got to tie them assets up. We can have a ceremony.
Right. Because I can just write you in my will.
Locked in, twin them.
So
yeah, but my mom was even saying that because I was like, when I told her I was having a nice little staycation, she was like, you need to be careful allowing people to do things for you and, you know, do things because you just don't know people's expectations. They have expectations of you. And when they do things, then they expect that they feel like they own you and that you got to do whatever they want you to do. And, you know, I was like, okay, Mom, yeah, that's valid. Some people are like that, but also everybody's not like that. Some people do things because they want people to feel special. They want them to feel valued, and they're willing to go above and beyond and show that.
Yeah, now I ain't gonna lie, I agree with your mama. She said that everybody ain't like that, but men are like that sometimes.
Well, I ain't dealing with a man.
Well,
and that's what I told her.
Right. I mean, yeah, but sometimes when people do stuff for you, it is kind of like I'm putting that quarter in the meter. You know
that's
what I
how I
mean?
was
Like,
with Mr. Breaks. And we already
yeah,
established that it was just like breadcrumbing. You gonna give me a little bit to keep
yeah.
me kind of interested, but you're not gonna actually give me what I'm asking for, which is quality fucking time, which costs you no money.
Well, yeah, but sometimes I feel like though when men do stuff like that, it's kind of like look, all the things I've done for you, like you're mine. Like because I did XYZ for you, I'm placing this like ownership of you. Like not like I bought you, but like
Yeah,
I've
I've
invested
done
in
enough
you. You
things.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
I've spent money on you. So therefore you
You
should
owe me.
you owe me. And that's like how men be when they want you to have sex with them on whatever date. Like, oh, we went to an expensive restaurant. I better be getting this. We better be doing it. Like, you're lame as fuck. But some men they do operate like that. I agree with your mom. You had to be careful, but I think you had to use your discernment. That's why
Right.
I said on here before, like some of them manipulative people, they will do stuff for you to get your ass, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to
But I
get
feel like it's
your ass.
different because I feel like if you're not even asking and somebody's doing something for you, then it's different. Because I feel like there's also, if we be honest, there are women out there who only date people that they know they can get stuff from. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how a lot of people date, because it's become a lot of, dating in general nowadays, it's become transactional. It's like, what can
Yeah.
you do for me? Then I'm willing to do something for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah.
how a lot of men operate, because they used to women be like, you got to pay to talk to me. You got to pay to you got to get my nails done, get my hair done for me to even go out on a date with you. You got to take me to this type of restaurant because I don't
Mm-hmm.
even eat. We know the list here, the list that was going around of all the places you can't even take a bitch on the first date.
Right. I view it like, don't let somebody take your power away. Like,
Right.
some girls, when they do let men do stuff like that, don't put yourself in a position where a motherfucker can come back and take their shit back. Or
Right. I
like,
would never let
you
nobody pay my
know,
rent or
yeah,
like control my life. Like you
yeah.
your name on my car note, like my whole entire existence depends on you now.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. I think that's what your mom means. She means like,
Mm-hmm.
don't put yourself in a position where like they can do that, or they can like weaponize them doing stuff for you that's so nice.
I
You know what I
think no,
mean?
because my mama is a worry word, just like you say your mama is, especially when it comes to relationships.
Yeah.
Because my mama believes that I guess because my daddy's such a motherfucking batshit crazy individual, she just feels like,
Hmm.
love ain't out there, or it's just too hard to work with. And
Yeah.
like I told her, I ain't never been married, I ain't never had that, and I still strive for, some resemblance to that, because that's what I want for myself. I want to, partnership with somebody.
Hmm.
So I'm not gonna be like closed off, and I think she's too closed off. Like again, like when she was dating the guy, she talking about some. We don't need to ride in the same car. We don't need to hold hands. I don't want a hug. I don't want a kiss. I don't want to spend the night. I don't want him paying for this. I don't want to go here because the lights are gonna be low. I don't want to. I'm like, girl, I told her, I said, you must be asexual. And she was like, what does that mean? I said, that means you have absolutely no desire to do anything sexual with nobody, man, woman, nobody. You don't want to do shit with nobody, and you don't want to be around nobody. And she was like, no, it's not that. It's not that. I have attraction. I just, I don't. I'm like, but Ma, you always finding something wrong. You ain't even allowing yourself again to live in the
Yeah.
moment. It's a nigga who
Yeah.
been saying he'll fly you out to Houston to visit him, and you won't even go.
Hmm. Yeah, I tell my mom the exact same thing. Now,
So you can protect yourself, but
this
you can also live a little.
yeah, live a little. Just have your antennas up. I think that's what she's trying to say. Like, I mean, that's what they be meaning, but they be taking it too far. Because I feel like my mom is the same. She's the same way too. But it's some more I could say, but I'm not gonna say because people be listening to my podcast. But and I don't want them to feel certain kind of way.
You
but
just like, I am who I am.
but yeah, they like, I don't know. I just want my mom to be more open. Like the way when you change your mind, things open up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're closed off, then you're closed off from receiving everything too. So if you just like get your expectations up and you know are just open to whatever comes, and you're healing and you're growing and you're learning, then when you meet somebody, you'll be ready to accept that love. But even if you meet the love of your life, you might not even be in a place to receive it because you are so fucked up. That's what I'm trying to get my mom to understand. You can't always say that it's just men. But it's like, girl, you got stuff you need to work on too. Like, how you know he want to deal with that?
Right.
How you know
and
he
that's what
want
I be telling my mama. I'm like, it's scary how closed off they are. I can't imagine, like, real talk. I'm being so real. And not to put my mama business out there, but like her and my dad got divorced when I was in kindergarten. I know until I went to college, my mama never went out on a date with a man, never, entertained a man or nothing. So we talking about from the age of 5 to 20. My mother never had any type of, and I know partially some of my mom's stuff has to do with, her self-esteem and things that have happened in the past. But it's sad when your mom is just like a beautiful soul and she has so much to offer people in the world. But it's like, I need you to believe in yourself that much. Because like, if you was ugly, wouldn't nobody be coming up to you telling you they want to take you out? Like I tell her all the time, I say it's 60-year-old women who can't get 60-year-old men. You 60 pulling 40-year-olds and you don't even try. I'm like, that's a blessing. Revel in that. Feel that.
Know
embrace
who you
that.
are. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, my mom, since my parents got divorced like the summer before I went to high school. So in between then and now, my mom has had like some male friends, not a whole lot. I would say she's only really had like one relationship since then, and I did not like him. 0 out of 10 stars. And
yeah, the one time my mom did a boyfriend when I was a freshman in college. That nigga, I think they were only together 3 months, and like a month or two after they broke up, that nigga was engaged to another woman. And I was like, what the fuck was going on here?
Yeah.
What the fuck? And then be calling my mama now trying to chit chat, and she be like, call your wife. Call your wife. Okay? I'm calling my fucking phone.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, even those situations though, I don't think, not all of them, because it was some men that my mom like talked to that I thought was nice, that was like cool for her, but it never ended up working out or whatever. Like one of the last men she talked to or whatever, and this was a while ago. Ooh, maybe 2-3 years ago. Yeah, this is a while ago, but he had like a whole like situation with his ex-wife where he wasn't like talking to her, but since they had kids and stuff and they were kind of like around like high school age, he still had to like see her and like go up to the house. And I think it was almost like triggering to him to like have to see his wife. And I don't know, it was just a lot going on with that. And then he also had been like engaged since he had been divorced from his ex-wife.
Oh, and wow. So he had a whole lot going on.
He had a whole lot going on, and then he actually is married to that woman now. Like they got back together. So I don't know. It's just I actually liked him for my mom. He just had too much shit going on. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of baggage, and I don't know. But I want her to just be more open, and that'll happen. I feel like when my mom like heals more, like her inner child. And I know people be like throwing that around, but I'm dead serious. Like her inner child, my mom has a lot of like childhood trauma and things that she went through that she hasn't dealt with, and they manifest in her having an attitude and like being like a hover mom and kind of being controlling, and just like her non-willingness to like accept other people's ideas or opinions, and in her being confrontational. And it's like that's kind of like who you are as a person. Like even other people pick up on it,
right?
Not just me and Lauren. It's not just me and Lauren like telling your ass to chill out. Other people can see it too. And so what you think you give off when you talking to these men? So you know what I'm saying? You may be the reason why they not acting right. Like you could be chasing them away.
Right.
So I feel
Or
like
triggering them.
yeah, like I feel like when she does a lot of her own work, even if she never finds anybody else to just like spend her life with, she'll just be happier. Like I just want her to like let all that baggage go and just be freer, like do more things that make her happy, you know, do some solo trips and like take care of
She
herself
probably just
more.
gotta forgive herself. You know, a lot of times people
Yeah.
feel guilty for allowing certain things to happen, whether it was in their control or not. They feel like it's their fault. So it's like she probably just has to forgive herself first for her to even be able to say, like, okay, I need to change. You know?
Yeah.
So I would just say you
Yeah.
gotta keep praying with her or praying over her and handing that one to God.
Yeah.
I have truly realized that when it comes to our parents, we gotta get that one to God.
Woo,
Cause you know, you can't. I feel like they say you have to raise your parents, but it's hard, especially when your parent 50 plus. Okay,
man.
they stuck
Because my
in their
mama,
ways. I'm talking about
I
cemented.
man, and I was just I was just talking about this the other night because I feel like a lot of this stuff, my mama, she's not gonna hear it from me. Like
They ain't gonna listen to us.
she needs to. I wish she had like a good girlfriend or you know just somebody else she was close with that can tell her like, hey, you need
Get
to
it together.
get it together. Like this is something you need to do. You need to figure this out. Like, or just around other people that's doing a lot of like self development, and it'll like cause her to like start thinking about it, or even going to see a therapist. Like, I would love for my mama to like go to a therapist so she could just be more self aware.
I
Like,
think my mama needs to go to
like
therapy, grief therapy still.
yes. Like I sometimes when I'm talking to my mama, I be wanting to be like, do you know how you sound? Like, do you hear the words coming out your mouth? Like,
I think my mother has this obsession with the people getting older in my family and feeling like she has to be there for everybody's dying moment. And I keep trying to tell her, these folks got kids. That's not your mama. Like I was talking to her about my great auntie, and she lives up in Ohio with her son. Her son, you know, has a lot of money. He takes care of his mom. You know, he moved his parents out there, put them in a retirement community. You know, his father passed late last year, but now it's just my great auntie. And my mom's like, I just, you know, I feel like, you know, auntie needs to be here with me and I need to be. I said, that's his mama.
yeah.
Like, and he taking care of his mama. I said, he doing what he's supposed to do. I said, let that man worry about his mama. Because I said, just like when folks try to tell you what to do with your mama, what did you not do? Listen. So let him do what. And she like, you right. I'm like, okay, then you sitting up here trying to say what he ain't doing for his mom. You don't know what that meant. You ain't there every day. And I feel like the type of man he is and the type of man you know him to be, he ain't gonna do nothing to harm his mama.
Right.
And he ain't gonna allow nothing to happen to his mama. So, you know, that's his mama.
Calm down.
Right. She's like, his wife up there and she ain't never liked her. She ain't never liked us. I'm like, so you think this man will move his mama across the country from Texas to Ohio and have his mama at her old ass age around his wife if he feels any inkling that his wife would be doing something harmful to his mama? Come on now.
Yeah.
I said, give him some credit.
She's probably just looking for not like just something to do, but it probably makes her feel good to take care of somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Take care of yourself. Worry about where you about to move.
That's the hard part, though.
That's what she need to take care of.
That's what they don't know how to do.
That's what you need to be trying to figure out. Where the hell you gonna lay your head at night?
Yes. Even with my mom, she's getting a house built. And like my mom has showed me like the plans and like everything for the you like this, you like that. Mama, I have no plans to live with you. I told you I wanted to be moved out before you even got in your house. I have no desire to live with you any longer. Get whatever the hell you want. I don't care. You don't have to tell me what you putting in your house. You put in there whatever you want. Like, I don't need to see the colors or nothing. Just show me after it's done. Like if you showing me like, oh, look what I picked out, cool. But like I don't need to okay anything you do.
I think it's hard because they spend so many years worrying about everybody else and taking care of everybody else. But it's just like, take care of yourself. This is the times you've been praying for and waiting for. You ain't got nobody to worry about.
Yeah. I gave my mama a good talk a few months ago about like now that she's working on getting the house built and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, when you get into the new house, don't take the old baggage there. And I'm not just talking about because you want to get rid of the old furniture that's in our house now, because a lot of that furniture was there when my parents were married. And so she doesn't want any of that stuff anymore. I totally understand. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the emotional damage, either like don't take that baggage with you. Like take this as a new starting point. It's a new chapter in your life, and like do things differently, challenge yourself. But my mama hears you, and I think it be sounding good to her, but she doesn't get it. Like that means you're gonna have to do things different. You're gonna have to like get out of your element, and
you have to put in the work. You the individual.
I don't think she's ready for that.
You gotta force them. Well, and you've already probably started to force her by you moving out. Like with me moving to Nashville, that forced my mama where it's like, oh shit, I'm down here by myself. Yeah, you gotta find somewhere to
go. Yeah.
And now you got to deal with that situation between you and your relative, your sibling, on your own. Because I've been telling you for years how I feel, and you don't want to listen. So here we are. This is the bed that you have made, and it's time for you to lay in it. And I hate it, and I will support you as best as I can. But that's about it, babes.
Yeah.
So that was totally off topic. But let's do some quick shout outs. Angela Bassett finally received her honorary Oscar, and
Angela Bassett did the
award. And I haven't seen Regina King in a while, so it was nice to see her. She looks amazing. She's always in our prayers and beautiful. But shout out to Angela Bassett, Auntie Angela, for getting her Oscar. Well deserved. Should have been got the Oscar. I don't know what y'all been doing, like what's been going on. I think she should have won an Oscar for Tina Turner, but that's neither here nor there.
Right. I actually hate that it's just honorary. I wish she had.
Right. I feel like this was slight.
I feel like that's like when they give you the honorary Oscar, it's like I here.
Right. Here, damn.
Like,
take it.
I don't like
now
it.
leave us the fuck alone. See, like we do like black people. But yeah, shout out to her. Congratulations to her. All the black people I saw at the Golden Globes and all that, they all looked amazing. Storm Reed won an Emmy. Shout out to her.
So cute.
Just shout out to everybody black who won that evening.
Period.
Happy for y'all. Last but not least, and then we're gonna get up out of here. We just gotta talk about the superhuman capabilities of this man out here in Vegas. I feel like not enough people is talking about this because I ain't never heard or seen no shit like this in the day of my life. Except that time in Diary of a Mad Black Woman where the man shot the gun at the lawyer. This man out in Vegas hopped his ass, crossed the judge's table, and proceeded to beat the judge's ass. Now, I want to give the names. First of all, I ain't never known a man named Deborah, because this is what it looked like. Deobra, and this is his name, y'all. It was in the article. I ain't making this up.
Deobra Deluxe.
It's not Deluxe. It's DeLone. That's
I was gonna say that's a great stripper name.
Deobra DeLone Redding is the convict, and then Judge Mary Kay Holtis is the judge who got Superman in the courtroom.
Man,
but I don't know. I think it's wild. And the fact that not no bailiff, not no cop, not no lawyers, not nobody stopped that man from hopping all the way up there. Like, he had to get a jump start. Ain't no way he just, so he had to bend down and swing his arms back to get the full velocity of the swing to get his ass up that high. And you mean to tell me all y'all saw that man do all that movement and none of y'all thought, oh, this nigga about to do some shit?
She actually sentenced him I want to say day before yesterday. The same lady sentenced him to 4 years for the initial felony that he was facing, and then I don't know how much he got for like the attack he did on her.
All I know is I saw a picture of him. I guess he went to court today or yesterday, and they had that nigga in a muzzle and had his hands wrapped up with mitts on.
Oh, it says yeah, because what he did to her, he was sentenced to 19 months to 4 years in prison for a charge of attempted battery with substantial bodily harm. His hands, mouth, and face were covered during his court appearance Monday. Man, first of all, he definitely got to be one of the Fantastic Four, because can we talk about how high up that damn podium
put my brother on the USA Olympic team and sent him to Paris as a part of his sentence?
I mean, that was crazy.
No, I don't think people realize how high up them judges' tables be. For him to leap his ass up there and still have full momentum to then come in with a damn swing mid-air and proceed to fight.
He meant
y'all need to make sure this ain't damn near the Dark Knight. Is that not Batman?
It is giving Batman.
Like, what the fuck is really going on?
It is. The only person that can stop him is probably the Diddler.
Like let's really be real. What the fuck? The way he hopped his ass up there,
man,
I thought was damn near impossible.
I promise you, we gonna see that
man swim across that river in Montgomery. How did you know that?
I promise you, we gonna see this on a Tubi movie.
I wish the Boondocks was still around, because that would for sure be in an episode. Oh my goodness. That's what I really miss. Bring the Boondocks back, because some of that shit that they put on there, boy, oh boy,
so funny. Man, I was so in shock. I literally watched that clip so many times because I could not believe he jumped up that high. And like you said, I was so surprised that like how he broke loose. Like,
oh, did nobody think to snatch this nigga up?
And then she's standing there, like, well, not standing there, she's sitting there looking at him, but maybe she was thinking surely somebody gonna catch him, because she didn't even try to like move out the way that quick to be like.
She said, sure enough, the bailiff, the lawyer, somebody gonna get it. Or she probably didn't think that nigga could jump like that.
Man,
who would have thought that man would have leaped up there?
Did you see where they asked Judge Judy about it, and she was like, yeah, I was surprised nobody shot him. And everybody in the comments was like, whoa, you just go straight to killing them, right? You can go straight to shooting them. We don't like shit.
Somebody, when you hop your ass up there, you could be hopping up there to do anything.
Yeah, he could have damn bit her or something, because these niggas
he could have had a razor blade tucked underneath his tongue. We don't know what that man was thinking, because he hopped his ass up there in the first place.
That's pretty scary. That was pretty scary.
I bet they're gonna increase the amount of law enforcement in the damn courts now. Niggas is getting superhuman strength in it.
I mean, they about need to. That was, or at least train the ones that we got properly.
I'm tired. That'd be the last day I have.
Nobody was on their P's and Q's.
That'd be and I'm suing the judicial system because y'all didn't do your damn job protecting me. Everybody gonna lose their job. Ain't no way I get my ass beat at my job like that. Y'all gonna have to come up off a check, and I'm retiring.
That was fucked up. Well, shout out to that jump though. That's how I'm gonna jump in that bed when I get home. I
probably have to wake my company up. They probably in there knock the fuck out, but they gotta cook this food so we can eat.
Oh, I'm so weak.
So we can eat.
They ain't saying that.
They showed in. Hello. She probably knocked the fuck out. When I open the door, she's gonna be knocked the hell out. But make sure y'all follow us on everything.
Absolutely.
On Instagram at the real Albany Ayana, and y'all know the recipe always linked below.
You can follow me on TikTok at the real Jessica _ Monique, on Instagram at _ the real Jessica Monique. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting us. Make sure you comment, subscribe. Even if you don't agree with us, like, engage with us. We don't care about that.
Like, say that all the time. Tell us how much you hate us. We don't care.
Tell us. Like, if we're so wrong, tell us. I love when the little Timmy Turners be like, "What is this?" I love it. Thank you for that. Okay.
All input is good input.
All input is good input. Yes. So yeah, we'll see y'all next week. And bye. Love y'all.
Hey, like a cop call. Hey, I make you say, doing the buck in the latest drop. I got stopped by a later cop.